Right, so what I'm about to show you just now is something that is very profound. You never, there is no other greater way of looking at the charts or analyzing or even trading that is more than this one because of the amount of precision that is there and also the amount of accuracy, the amount of entries also that you can actually get with this methodology that I'm about to show you. So I remember if you're all in the if you're all in the WhatsApp group as well as the public Telegram, I think I showed you yesterday how even this major entry, this major swing buy, how it even began. I even showed you the webinar that we did in the mentorship class before even this major move began. I think it was actually here. Then I even gave the exact entry. The videos there in the mentorship class. I think I played it there for you in the public WhatsApp as well as the public Telegram. I think I shared with you a small clip of the video. It was actually last year in October. That's where this major move began. Then this one, this last move, this last swing that you're seeing here, which is currently the swing from February up until now. This one as well, I even shared it even on my Instagram here. If you check my Instagram here, check exactly here. This was the setup. I even shared it publicly there. This was DBP's swing buy trade setup. This was exactly February 14th, as you can see. February 14th, and I even shared that was the H4 structure. And also for the entry, I just said wait for 5 minutes to do this, then you jump into the buy. So all of those things, are things that um are things that have actually been happening and opportunities that we've been showing people over and over and over and over again. And I think I've reached a point in my trading career where I no longer need to keep on convincing anyone that our trading methodology is the best and it will ever, there is no other methodology that you can ever compare it with. You can go everywhere, you can go to all the academies that you want, but as far as we know, as far as we have tried and tested for years and years and years now, I'm fully sure and I'm fully guaranteed of what I'm saying. So yeah, let me just do something real quick so that I show you even how you're supposed to be catching buys even up until where it is now. So because people they still have a problem of even knowing how to catch the move as it will be happening. Others they now have the ability to see the whole move as it begins. Others they can even see where it's starting. But now the ability to now catch other moves as it will be going. Others they still have a challenge there. So looking at the weekly structure, which is where the major analysis actually came from. If you notice here, that was a major break of structure there. This white line here, that was a major break of structure, right? This one was a simple inducement to the upside. That was a simple inducement. So simple inducement, that was a break of structure here. Then again here, they came and induced again. So them inducing there, they were just simply confirming this leg as a swing lower low. So you can basically see that the overall structure of GBPUSD here, this was a swing. That was a swing lower low, swing lower high. Then this one was a swing lower low, confirmed by what? By this simple inducement on the weekly. If you go to lower time frames, that weekly inducement will actually be a change of character due to the difference in time frames and all that. That is what makes that inducement on the weekly a change of character actually on the lower time frames. So after having seen this, I knew that we now have a swing lower low. Once we now have a swing lower low, definitely the market will go up. As you see, it went up. Then the next thing we now need to identify, and I even saw this. I saw this downward inducement. So this downward inducement now, it qualified that leg now, this upper leg as a swing lower high. Immediately when I saw this, I knew that eventually the market is now shooting all the way down to this leg. But now, before it shoots all the way down to that leg, principles, uh, principles of institutional structure, they say, every time when you have this, most probably they will pull back before they go. Obviously, number one reason of pulling back is to collect liquidity. Number two is to trap as many retail traders as possible, those without an understanding of institutional price action. So that's there are so many reasons of pulling back. So here, after noticing this on the weekly, I now knew that eventually we now have this. The only structure here that I had in my head is a pullback, then a continuation, right? This was the major setup, and it's actually still the same setup that is even still holding this whole GBPUSD even up until now. Right here, I'm even presenting to you the next major move that is going to happen on GBPUSD, which is a very major swing sell that you're going to see. A very major swing sell that you're going to see on GBPUSD. There's a swing sell that is going to come. It's almost coming. It's almost cooking. I believe. If March moves very well, I believe it will actually start this March. I'm even preparing you for that. It's all in record. The purpose of us recording these sessions is so that even after March, when I come back in April, May, or June, whatever, and I say, guys, look at this major move that we spoke about. There's proof to all these things. These things can be proven. There is nothing that we can just say that cannot be proven. It can all be proven. That's why we record almost everything. Someone can easily show you a before and after, right? But there are so many people that are not so much bold enough, like some of us, to even give you a projection that this market is going to go there. That one, it takes a lot of knowledge, a lot of understanding on the markets that the majority of people don't have. You cannot just come in the public like this and tell people GBPUSD is going to buy for the next coming months, like what we did here in October. If ever you were part of the class, you could have even seen the video. I think I shared with you a small clip of the video yesterday. But if ever you were there, the video is there. It's there. I even shared the whole move before it even began. So having this main structure on the weekly, even if I go down to the daily like this, on the daily, I'm not going for anything much than just to see the level where it's going to pull back, number one. Number two, another thing that I might also want to see. So the first thing on the daily, because remember on the daily, even as it was coming down like this internal structure, it remains the same. There's no adjustment that happens. It remains the same up until they finish the leg, finish the move here. Because remember, a weekly inducement is basically a daily change of character. If you didn't know, now you know. A weekly inducement, a weekly or a monthly inducement is basically a daily change of character. I'm just giving you some of the secret institutional things that you don't understand and that you have never heard of. So here, this leg here on the weekly is an adjustment. Yes, beautiful. But when we're now translating it to the daily information, it will basically be a change of character. So are they confusing each other? Not even. They're actually in confluence. That's the confluence there. It's actually a confluence there. It's actually a confluence. It's actually a confluence that is happening there. So that's a change of character. Let me put this. Let me put this in white, like this. Right. So that was a daily change of character. So now we now have a swing leg on the daily, which is this one. And what we're now targeting this next swing leg. But remember, even after changing character, they don't just continue selling. They don't just keep on selling like this, just like this, straightforward into the level. No. If ever they were going to do that, everyone and anyone who managed to catch this sell from up here, they can basically hold this up until the market just comes here. That was going to be a very, a very easy market structure. There are certain time frames, obviously, whereby if you go maybe to 1 minute, 5 minutes, they can play like that because Number one, the time frame is it's a lower time frame, and there's no much of a move to happen there. But when you're looking at higher time frame like the daily here, they can play around with people's minds, confuse those that don't have an understanding now. When you don't have an understanding, they can play around here. So what I'm about to prove to you now, I'm about to prove to you, number one, that ultimately, overally and ultimately, institutional price action is above your normal basic retail price action that you that they've told you about. They've told you about support and resistance. They've told you about trend lines. Those are small things when you're comparing them to institutional price action. Support and the resistance, trend lines, or your normal basic retail price action is utilized by the institutions as a form of manipulation to if they're going to manipulate retail traders, institutions, what they basically use, they use your normal retail knowledge against you. They use they use they use your normal retail knowledge against you. They use that knowledge against you. The same knowledge that people are coming every time and telling you, hey, secret strategy, secret what. When you now sit down and you start applying those things that they are calling a secret, you will see that 9 out of 10 times, 8 out of 10 times, the market will always catch you. I can even prove to you here. What they are calling, hey, support the resistance. Once the support is broken, it now becomes a resistance. Hey, blah, blah, hey, this, hey, this, that, hey, this, that. All of that making unnecessary noise for nothing. This, they told you that it's a resistance, right? They told you the resistance. Once it's broken, it becomes a support. And here, once you buy, what's going to happen? They wipe you out. This is just one practical example, but there are so many examples that I can even show you where the market will even break what you guys call even a key level. They can even break your key level, and after breaking your key level, they keep on going where they were going. They can even break your trend line, and after breaking your trend line, the market keeps on going where it was initially going. People, let me tell you one thing. Let me just go off topic a bit, but it will help you. It will help you. I believe it will help some of you, most of you actually. The entire trading industry now is now filled with a lot of ignorant people. That's why the majority is still not making any serious money out of the charts. Initially, trading was being done mostly by very white, intellectual, smart guys. And these guys, they never even went public. I have very, very close private friends of mine that are not even active on social media. They are traders, very, very powerful, good traders. They are not even active on social media. They don't even have YouTube channels or even your normal Instagram account or whatever. But the level of expertise it's beyond. It's beyond. One of them is actually an Indian. Another one is a colored. Very close. We actually trade together most of the times. We actually trade together at my place most of the times. But I'm trying to prove to you that the real guys who really know, who really know how the real codes behind this thing, they are not even there on social media making unnecessary noise. They don't even have time to be there for nothing. Or for what? What's the reason? What's the purpose of that? I told you 80 to 90% of the YouTube channels that you find talking about trading, they are people that simply want to make money out of YouTube, not people that are basically talking what really works. Some of them, they're even doing trial and error with you. They come to YouTube, open a YouTube channel, start to do trial and error while you are busy watching. That's why I always tell you it's very dangerous to just go to YouTube and type Forex. Then you start consuming all the information that you see on YouTube. Very soon, you'll be so confused that you will lose a lot of money. You also lose a lot of enthusiasm to even continue. That's why that notion of saying you don't need a mentor, please don't even lie to yourself or lie to each other and say we are going to learn on YouTube. Go, proceed. Right now, the majority, remember, the statistics always say lies, they spread more faster than the truth. That's the normal statistics currently of social media. If ever a lie is told right now, it actually spreads 10 times faster than the real truth. The people who have the real truth, most of them right now in trading, they are not even sharing it. I have this other, I can say he's a student because he's a guy who came and I taught him some few things. So this guy, he was almost trying to be active on social media. Then now when I started to open up to him, showing him certain things now, then I saw Papa. He said, I no longer want, I'm going off social media now. And he was actually now making good money. And then I asked him why. And I like this answer because he actually answered exactly as I was expecting. There's no more reason for me to be there. For what? The purpose of Forex trading is for you to come. We teach you, we educate you. You make money there in your bedroom, in your house, in your office, home office, whatever. You make money enough for you and your family and your children and your grandchildren. You invest that money if you want to invest. If you don't want to invest, it's up to you. You do that privately. You don't even need to come to us publicly and start showing us your cars. You attract unnecessary enemies. The more money you have, the more private you will see. When the money is still little, that's the only time you still want to show it off. When the numbers are now increasing beyond even your need, because there are amounts that you start to make whereby you actually know that at this current point in my life, I don't need this amount. Yes, I've covered all my basic needs, even all my family's needs and all that. But at this current point, I no longer need to. I no longer have any need. So those are levels where you will see that you actually start to, if ever you were publishing your money or whatever, you start to regret at that point, because you no longer feel safe anymore to even walk around, because you're busy publicizing everything out there. You just put your life at risk for nothing. Not only your life, even your children. Because once we now know you, the next thing we now need to know your kids. People, they will now need to know where your kids are going to school. They now need to know your family members. Once they now know your family members, they can even kidnap your family members and say they want R1 million. They want $1 million. What are you going to do? You are putting, so people are busy putting their lives at unnecessary risk for nothing. For nothing, for nothing. Guys, wake up. Come here, get people who are experts at what they are saying and what they are really saying. All right? Learn as much as you can, make as much money as you can. Live a private life with your family there. Stop this, please. If ever you're going to, I always even encourage this to the students that I teach. You don't even need to be, you can live a private, even if you want to be public, but you can live a private public life if you want that. But it's not even necessary. It's not necessary, because there are certain numbers that you start to make where you start to feel uncomfortable being in public places. Now, you see, now that's a problem now. That's a problem. So guys, protect yourself as much as possible. Learn, get the skill as much as possible, make as much money as possible. Stop this funny thing of posting screenshot. You make $10 today. You see someone posting a $10 account, $10 profit. For what? Why you post it? Why are you even posting that $10 profit? For what? What are you trying? Who are you trying to convince? Convince yourself. Convince yourself that you don't even need to be convincing anyone outside there. For what? Those are the same people that are wanting people to join their classes and join the what? We some of us, we no longer have any point to prove. If you don't believe in what we say, we don't care. Go, go and test whatever you want to test. You come back. You come back again. And you would have wasted a lot of time and a lot of energy. You would even a lot of money. So, guys, wake up, wake up, wake up. Live a private life. Once you have decided to become a trader, learn as much as possible from the right source. Make as much money as you can. Live a very peaceful private life. With you do whatever, go travel, spend a lot of time there, travel as much as you want. Spend most of, if you want a lot of attention, go and spend your attention buying things there. And as you buy those things, you don't even need to publicize them. You don't even need to publicize them. Travel as much as you want. Let people who don't know you there see you there. Go and mingle with other powerful rich people there in rich countries. Go to Dubai, spend time there. Go to Monaco. Go there where other millionaires and billionaires spend time there. And you'll be shocked when you get there that even even you actually find a lot of traders also there. People that you have never seen on social media. People that you have never seen on social media. You'll be shocked. Say, "Ah, this guy is here. Hey, this guy is driving a powerful car, but I've never seen him on social media. I've never, you'll be shocked. Those people are actually they're actually living a very peaceful, happy life because they didn't even publicize their wealth. They can move freely anywhere they go, right? They're living private, peaceful, happy, abundant lives. So let me proceed. Let me proceed with what I was saying. So your trend lines, whatever, those things are designed to trap people. To trade people. Someone could have seen a trend line here. Trend line is broken. Here, the market is not going down. Going down where? This market is not even going down. This market is still bullish. Okay. Someone could have seen a trend line here. So, so there are so many trend lines that I can put, and even a lot of support and resistances that I can put where the market will, even after breaking your level, it can even come below that level. Look at this. This is a resistance, so-called the resistance. They come, they break the resistance. They come even below. They come back. They break above. They break below. Even after breaking below, they keep on going up. So we now have a challenge now. The industry is now saturated with very ignorant people, very ignorant, very ignorant, very ignorant beings. People who cannot even question when something is not working. You can actually see that your support and resistance it has been broken, and the market even after breaking it even continues going where it was going, but you can't even question that. You can't even question. You can't even see it. That's the most terrific part. So to proceed, let me just continue. Let me just continue with my analysis here. Let me not waste much time. Right. So after having realized what we realized on the weekly, then I go to the daily like this. So on the daily, remember, there's no inducement that happens here before they change character. Because if ever they induced anywhere there, that was going to be, because remember, as they were coming up like this, these legs, they are being formed by inducement, right? Then these ones, they induce, they come, they break. So in essence, it was something like this. This was your higher low, that was your higher high. Then here after inducing, this was your higher high because it's higher than this. Then this one, this was your higher low, right? Then they broke, then they induced. After inducing, where was the higher high? The higher high was here. So here, if ever they came, say, let's say here, and induced here, this was going to be a higher low, and they were going to go up and even break there. You see? So that reason of them not inducing anywhere up there is because they now wanted to change character. Then after the change of character, they now induce now. So them inducing like this on the daily, when you go to lower time frames, it will actually be a change of character. This one, the daily inducement here, that was where the inducement happened. That was the low, that was the lower high. That's where the inducement happened. So someone can call it a market structure shift. It's also correct. You're not wrong. So long you understand its purpose on that particular market movement, there's nothing wrong with that. So that being made an inducement like that, this now was our lower low because it's lower than this. So what's the purpose of going up? To create a lower high, which is lower than that. Simple and straightforward as you see. You see so many people struggling and doing all sorts of things there. So this was my basic idea. So after realizing this on the daily, I can go to the 4 hour, but my main time frame that I was focused on was the, what do you call this, the 1 hour. That's where I had a very clean, clear structure. It was actually on the 1 hour. So on the 1 hour, remember, the daily inducement, which is this one, on the 1 hour, when you go to 1 hour like that, or even 15 or 30 minutes, it will actually be a change of character. You see? So that was a break, then that was a change of character. So me knowing this, I know that we're now shooting up. But shooting up, do we just shoot up from anywhere? No, we collect liquidity, we wipe out people. There are a lot of things that happen here. One of them is this. Trend line liquidity was wiped here to the downside. They also induce here. Them inducing here to the downside is simply them. So here it's like this. Them inducing here, they made this a leg. Let me just put this right. So it was basically like this. Lower low, that was a lower high up there. Then eventually they changed character. So we don't know that this overall movement is going to go up. Now we now have a higher high. So us pulling back, we wiped out trend line liquidity. Which other liquidity do we have? We have this retail support and resistance liquidity. That's where your mentors are busy buying every time, telling you once the support has been once the market respects support 1, 2, 3 times, blah blah blah, it makes it strong, blah blah blah. All that shit is garbage, and I'm sorry to say that, but that's the honest truth. So they are still yet to understand some mysteries about institutions and how they move price. And I always tell people, by the time those people wake up to this truth, there are so many gymnastics that institutions will now be doing that even those guys will not even understand it. Some of the students, even all the students in the class, they're now, I think I've now showed them some of the gymnastics in which institutions will be tweaking their strategy, basically. So here, I now knew we collected trend line liquidity. This was also liquidity. Equal laws, that was basically liquidity. So my main entry, it actually began here. And where is my exit? My exit is all the way there on the daily. All the way. It's not even this one. This is a short term. That's a short term level there. That's a short-term TP, the major TP, because on the daily we have induced there. So if we have induced on the daily, we also have to do the same thing. We have to collect trend line liquidity. Where's trend line liquidity in this case on the daily? It's basically here. It's something like this. That's trend line liquidity. We also have equal highs. Where is equal highs? I could see some equal highs here. All of this was liquidity. So me knowing that I have all this liquidity to be collected, trend line liquidity as well as that, I knew that at least there, if they come there, on the 4 hour, it was even more visible that it was an untapped supply there. I have that one as the first major untapped supply. And I also have another one. I think another one is actually, yeah, it's actually here. Right, it's here. Yeah, it's like this. First major one, and I think the other one is actually here. So either one of these is my major. These are my major guys there that I'm anticipating GBPUSD to tap onto. Once it taps onto there, I'm anticipating a change of character as well there on the 1 hour to signify that we're now shooting all the way out down. So it means once we get our sales from anywhere from here and up there, we're going to enter a very swing sales on GBPUSD that are going to hold all the way. And that's going to take almost 3, 4, 5, I don't know, if not 6 months, I don't know, depending on how it's going to be moving. So that was the entry, 1 hour time frame. And let's notice how the market moved. So it has to obey, because when you align your analysis with institutional with how the institutions think, most 9.5 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10, you'll be right. The only 0.5 that you'll be wrong is when you disobey the institutional principle. I always tell people the only time that I encounter a breach or even a loss is when I decide to disobey the institutional price action principle. That's the only time. Not there's no manipulation anymore that can catch us. There's no confusion. There's no move basically. So here, this trend line, I'm not drawing it to say once it's broken, we're now. No, I was just drawing it as a form of to show you that So you see, they didn't touch. They did as if they are now going. They haven't touched. They haven't touched, but we still maintained our major, major like that. Like this. So after tapping like that, there was no more questions there. Our analysis we've done, we've verified on the daily, on the weekly, we've verified everything. There is no longer time to be asking questions. It's time to be entering there. So when I go to 15, let me see if 15 is going to open. I think I even had a 5 minute structure. I think I had a 5 minute structure. Where was it? Let me see. Okay, let me just put it on 15. So this is a level. Once they tap there, 15 minutes, you just want them to at least take out that. Once they take out like that, that's a confirmation that we're shooting up now. We're shooting up. So immediately you could have, so here, even after tapping the level, you was actually supposed to be in. There was no reason for you to even be waiting. It's no longer time to be waiting. Say, hey, I'm waiting for you to do touch, touch, touch. Touch what? It has touched already. It has touched the level already. And once you have done all the confirmations, like fully confirmed that definitely we're now shooting wherever. There's no more, it's no longer time to be asking questions. It's no longer time to be asking questions. It's time to be entering now. It's time to be entering and entering. So here, even after this break, you could have even bought here. Buying there, you could have put your stop loss below here. Those are some of the mysterious entries that we always have. Once they break here, you could even bought here, stop loss below this whole level, right? Or you could have even bought immediately after tapping the level like this. So even them coming back like this is not even your worry. You don't care about all of that. Them coming back like this, that's actually an opportunity to buy if you didn't buy. That's actually an opportunity to buy if you didn't buy. So these things, they are a reality. They are a reality and they are happening. They are happening. Let me do this. Let me just please. Let me just increase the speed. Right, you see? They came even on the 1 hour now. When you see now this 1 hour structure now forming. For example, this was the 1 hour. Once they take this out on the 1 hour like this, then they come, they mitigate or they retest here. Then they come again, they break here. Now you can now shift stop loss to break even now. You don't quickly shift stop loss to break even. Otherwise, you ruin a very good trade. A trade that was moving so well. You ruin it because of funny things like just shifting. You don't just rush to shift stop loss to end. If you are sure about where the market is going, you relax. You relax and you slow down. So here, this was another entry. They came, they induced here. Then they kept that was another entry that you would have entered. Then they broke structure there. They're not shooting up now. They're not shooting up. Boom. Shoot up. They went up, 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 up. They went up here. This was also coming back to, this was also presenting another entry. That was an inducement up there. That was a break up there. Right? So on the retest, that's where you're supposed to enter. Here they retested this demand. Then after retesting, when you see them giving this inducement here, you would have actually entered here on the inducement here. Let me just pause this. So if you just wanted to enter on the 1 hour time frame, you could have even entered here. If you wanted to go to the 15, you would have also seen and entered there. So here, that was another entry. Another entry there. Notice how many entries we now have. We now have this, we have this, we have this. So as they were going, they were not just respecting what bullish order flow. They will respect bullish order flow. They won't change character. Okay. They won't change character up until they reach where they want to reach. In essence, here I even showed you, they have to break there. There's liquidity there. There's a level up there. So throughout the entire time, they were basically respecting what bullish order flow. So here they came again. They broke this structure. After breaking this structure, they came here. They mitigated. After mitigating, they tapped the level. Which level? They tapped the level here. You could have gone to 15 minutes, gotten an entry. They broke structure again there. Let me pause this, it's moving fast. Broke structure again here. After breaking that structure, where did they induce again? They induced again here. After that inducement, what else happened? They tapped the level. Let me go to the 4 hour so that we clearly see the level. So after inducing there, they tapped a level again, which is here. After tapping the level, you can even go to 15 minutes for extra confirmation. Right? Then they broke what? They are still in bullish order flow. Still in bullish order flow. So pause. Right. You can see they have an untapped demand, fair value gap, blah, blah, blah. They're still bullish and they haven't even reached our major target up there. So even if you don't have a major target up there, you can even follow order flow up until where it changes. But not knowing how far it can go, it's also a problem because you can actually sabotage yourself with a lot of profits on the market. Of a lot of profits, you can imagine someone who exited the trade down there. You just see 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 pips, and you are jumping already. Ah, my brother. So here, you see, they came back to this level because this is still bullish order flow. This is the higher low, and from there they have to shoot up. They have to shoot up. This was the last major setup that I gave on Instagram. I even shared it publicly there. And here you would have also scaled in Where could you have scaled in after seeing this inducement, them coming back to the level here? You could have also bought again hard there aggressively. And our target is here. And notice where GBP is now. Notice where it is now. Very, 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 very simple. You never even heard me talking about a trend line here. Hey, trend line was broken. Hey, support. You see those people, if you ask them how many entries here they actually can see or identify, very few. And that few, the only entry that they'll identify, it won't even a high probability one. Look at all these entries. Look at this. Look at this.